So yeah, I think like the only good thing I've seen with AI so far is I mean the AI generated video summary, which is literally what is getting the thumbnail. I feel like that's not too bad of a thing. Like it's been used for a few times. Where, again, like we don't really have like a like and dislike anymore on videos to know if a video is useful. So having that has been interesting, even though it doesn't show up on all videos. But I think it's not a bad feature. Yeah, like you can just scroll like this, right? And usually like under the description right here, you have like a summary. I think creator can probably like opt in and out. But again, it can be useful, I feel like. So like it's one of the few good things I've seen for like the rise of AI. Otherwise, like everybody else, I'm already tired of AI art. I mean, it still hasn't evolved past the point where like you can't tell. A lot of the time you can still tell, but yeah. Also AI videos are annoying. Like in short format videos, you see them all the time. It's like YouTube short scrolling has always been terrible, but it's even worse now. Yeah. Like AI voice is one thing I really don't like. But then you can also tell like the video is AI. Yeah. Anyway, let's watch the video. So Drew Gooden, YouTube is obsessed with AI.
Hey guy, welcome back to another hilarious YouTube video. Please subscribe to join the Drew Gooden gang.
You probably thought that was me. Well,
Nope.
what if I told you that
I
entire
don't know who you are,
voiceover
so
was actually done by
watch this
artificial intelligence? I would be lying. I don't know how to do that.
Hey guy, welcome back to another hilarious.
I made a video a few months ago about how AI is ruining the internet, and even though not that much time has passed, there's still so many new forms of dumb AI garbage that I feel compelled to rant about. The iPhone 16 has been marketed almost entirely around Apple Intelligence, and for some reason, sales are down. It could be because many of the advertised features still aren't available and won't be until nearly halfway into the product's life cycle, or maybe it's because every new iPhone costs $20,000 now. But I think Apple's condescending and mean-spirited commercials are also having an effect on how people view this product. Commercials targeted at people who aren't just stupid, but also kind of shitty. Every single one of them is basically just, are you tired of having to do anything?
Yes,
well, now you don't have to. You don't have to type, you don't have to read, you don't even have to think. Finally, you can just mindlessly waddle your way through life as the barely functioning zombie we've always dreamed of selling things to. Like this guy, who hasn't done any work all day, but gets Siri to write an email for him telling someone else that they should do his work for him. And that...
I mean, promote this guy to an upper level management place. I mean, he seems perfect for the job.
Guy is impressed?
Impressed.
Then there's one where this guy has to lead a meeting about a presentation his team made for him, but of course, he didn't read it. So he spits in the face of the hard work done by everyone around him and reads some bullet points his laptop pooped out. That's awesome. I love when everybody else does work except for me. Is this how Apple views its customers? Like they're incapable of doing it?
I mean, I was gonna say like, this seems like some situation that people would definitely do in real life, but for ads, this kind of seems like, you don't want to really say it like this, right? Like people sure like are shitty, they love their shortcuts, but they don't want the ad to tell them that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like they want the ad to sell them on the feature, like, you're gonna do good with it or something. So yeah, it's a weird ad.
Anything on their own without getting help from their precious device.
Males are using AI art for their walls. Oh, moles. Damn, okay. Okay. Banks are using AI art for their avatar. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It's good to know that every time I open the mail app from now on, my phone's going to be sitting there with its arms crossed, shaking its head as I stumble through some crappy attempt at a meaningful reply. All right, dumbass, just give it to me. I'll figure it out. Oh, Jesus Christ, man, are you even breathing?
Oh, I forgot I had to. Thanks for reminding me.
So, what did you think of the pitch I emailed you?
Yes, the one that you emailed me. Here we are. Very Victorian, which I loved. Unique relationship is formed. I love unique relationships.
With a twist.
I know, because I read it.
Great. I'm going to tell them you're interested.
What? So they just committed to doing a whole movie they know nothing about other than how a phone described it? That doesn't sound like a great career move to me. What if the script is terrible?
It's definitely one of those things where like, I know it's going to be more prevalent to just ask your AI to like summarize, I don't know, a book, a story, a concept or something to you. You know, so you don't have to like go to the whole thing. But at the same time, I feel like it's gonna take a while to really like embrace it without really like questioning whether or not the AI might be wrong, bullshitting you, leaving out something important, right? I mean, you know, I guess so far, like, you know, I'm one of those people who's like been on the sideline of AI stuff. I mean, I tried using one of the like AI art generator once, and that's about it. And I guess I've talked to like an AI chatbot for 5 minutes, but I haven't really like used anything else. I've never even really like used ChatGPT or anything. Like, I don't know, I never felt like I needed it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, like I can imagine, you know, again, you can really do a lot of shortcuts with it, but at the same time, I don't know if I would ever trust it fully, you know? Like if I ask it to, I don't know, like you go to a job interview and you ask this thing to like tell you like all the important points about the company you're going to, you know, if they ask you. I don't know if I'd fully trust the AI to actually like, you know, do the job right, even though technically it should do better than me, but you know what I mean? Like I'd always think in my head, what if it omitted some stuff? Yeah. Or if it gave me the wrong info? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure like in 10 years, everybody will just stop caring and we'll all trust AI because it's everywhere and you have no choice, right? But
what if the movie's racist? Don't give me that smug look like you just outsmarted me. You're the one who just agreed to be in a racist movie.
as a response,
Siri, what's the name of the guy I had a meeting with a couple of months ago?
You met Zach Wingate at Cafe Grinnell.
Hey,
Zach!
have I forgotten people's names before? Absolutely I have, and I will do it again. But what I've learned in life is that 90% of the time, it's not that big of a deal. I have never taken it personally when someone doesn't remember my name, because there's a lot of information getting tossed around in our brains, and sometimes
that's literally what I say. I say, sorry, I don't remember your name. Sorry, I have a small brain and that's it. Like, it's not that hard.
it doesn't prioritize the important stuff. Instead of names and birthdays, it'll save song lyrics you heard one time 20 years ago. It happens. Just be honest about it. Would it be the end of the world to have a regular human interaction with someone? Does Apple just want us all to lie to each other now? Yes, of course I read the text you sent me, Josh. My husband. But as much as I hate those commercials, they all pale in comparison to the worst of these ads.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
I got you something.
Oh, she forgot.
Honey, thank you. I love this.
I got you this.
Did you do this yourself?
Yeah, I had a great teacher.
Is she ordering something? I mean, you know, it's not like AI is gonna deliver it instantly to you. Yeah. Except if you have like a 3D printer or something, like, you know, tell the AI to make the 3D printer make a gift, you know, really quick. An experience in having female friend on college, most of them use Java. Oh yeah, I guess that would be hard to remember names. Yeah. Took 3 years to finally remember which is which. That makes sense. Yeah. I guess voice, but at the same time, you know, voice can be close. Fair enough.
Happy birthday.
I love you.
I love you too.
Woodworking.
This is from me.
Wait, I don't get it. What did she do? I'm so confused. She made the AI make a fake videos?
Are you fucking kidding me? This character sucks. I don't want to be like this person who not only forgot her spouse's birthday, but got annoyed that their kids didn't, who interrupted a beautiful moment between them and their dad.
But the gift is an AI video? I don't know. What's the point?
So she could show them some stupid photo montage Siri threw together in 4 seconds? This is
I see. It's a photo montage, yeah. Something that people would do on their own, right? Like a gift of a photo montage, but no, just tell the AI to do it. Fair enough.
Like that thing little kids do before they learn to pick up on social cues. They'll interrupt a conversation like, Mom, look what I can do. Wow, that's really great, honey. And this isn't just a lazy and useless gift. This isn't even a new feature. My iPhone's been making dumb video slideshows of my pictures for years now, and I've never even asked it to. But also, all of these things in combination make no sense. This is marketed towards people who hate their jobs and want to get through it as soon as possible so they can get home to their families. Okay, I understand that. But then even when they do get home to their families, they also just want to get through that as quickly as possible. So what exactly are the things we're supposed to like doing that we're in such a rush to get to? Just driving through traffic and scrolling Instagram reels on the toilet? Or do we need to wait until our phone can do that for us too? I think there's always going to be things in life that you don't really want to do and wish you could fast forward through. But to what end? If you could just skip through every single thing that's even remotely tedious or unenjoyable, you'd probably just skip straight to your deathbed, filled with...
I mean, I don't know if I fully agree with that. Like, again, I think, like, it's pretty accurate to how people are and what people would want to use the AI for, those ads. The problem is that you don't sell it in an ad, right? Like, the ad needs to have a more, optimistic and good natured use of the AI, right? Like, people will be shitty with their use of the AI, but they don't want to be told that they will be shitty with it, right? I think that's why the ads feel weird. But in the end, yeah, like, people will be using it like that. And at the same time, again, like, to me, what I'm looking for with AI is like saving a lot of time. So some of this stuff, like, seems like, a pretty useful thing. I'm not saying like use it to make a gift for someone or something. So I guess it could help you. But like, summarizing something, sending an email, like formatting an email in a very professional way or something, like, if you think about the amount of time you might be able to save, it'd be pretty useful, right? Like, there's always too much shit to do and not enough time. So if you can save a lot of it with AI doing it for you, but at the same time, again, like, AI shouldn't do everything for you, but like, the annoying stuff, I think I'm fine with it, personally.
Regret, but also a newfound appreciation for the mundane. If that sounds familiar to you, it's because it's the plot of the movie Click, starring Adam Sandler. I like the part where he made boobs go in slow motion and then ignored his family for 20 years. One of the other key features of Apple Intelligence is message summaries, and I can't imagine ever wanting to use this. I don't want my fucking text messages summarized. If someone took the time to type out words for me to read, I'd like to read all of them. And
okay, but I was gonna say, like, most people who send me messages, like, it's 2 sentences max. Like, if someone sends you a book, I definitely want a summary, yeah. And I guess it makes sense for like a notification, like a summary in the notification, yeah.
If I take the time to type something out for you, I'd certainly prefer you read the whole thing and not just have your phone cram it.
Okay, but how do you know they didn't use AI to write their message? And then AI is like summarizing their message. So then everything evens out. Perfect.
Into one neatly packaged sentence devoid of any emotion. Of all the things that it might be useful for AI to consolidate, communication with other people is absolutely not one of them. Again, what's the vision here? That I want to tell someone something, but I don't really feel like typing it all out. So I'll just tell my phone the gist of what I'm trying to say and they can do it for me. But then of course the person I'm talking to also doesn't want to read all that, so they have their phone sum it all up in a few words, reducing it back to the original thesis I lazily pumped out a few minutes ago. So at this point, all we've really done is throw in an unnecessary middleman we're both ignoring. But then what happens when even that 2-sentence summary is too much for someone to handle? Can we consolidate it even further? Hell, why not just make it one word? Why don't we all just sort of grunt at each other until we're on the same page? Would that make it easier to talk to people? I hate to break it to you, but I think cavemen already tried that. We're moving in the wrong direction here.
As a creator on YouTube, I feel like I'm constantly having my videos merged into whatever random new AI systems they force on us. They generate summaries of my videos for other people to read and summaries of my viewers' comments for me to read. Things like oatmeal and yogurt time songs.
I have not seen this thing about like command summary, yeah. But again, like, this is useful, the AI generated video summary. Like, I'm sure some people don't like it, but it seems pretty useful to me, like the few times I've seen it. For example, like on some history video, like about the subject I already watched video about, I look at the summary and I see that's basically talking about the exact same thing I've already, heard about, right? Because we all know that, YouTube thumbnails and titles are like terrible. Like, they've been for a long time, but 90% of them are like probably not really telling you what you're going to get from the videos. So I feel like the generated video summary is pretty good. Not that I've seen it too often, but it seems to be useful.
And summaries of my viewers' comments for me to read. Things like oatmeal and yogurt time songs hilarious, and Samantha is Drew's loyal follower. Good to know. But the main feature I want to talk about is one that is just so funny to me. So for the past couple years, when you would go to read comments in the YouTube Creator Studio backend, some of them would have these auto-generated replies as prompts for you to respond.
I do use that sometimes. Yeah, like simply because sometimes all I'm gonna say is thank you, and they already have like a few options to choose from, and thank you is already written. So rather than like write it, I just click on it, automatic thank you. But I guess you can't use it most of the time because, you know, when you reply to a comment, you actually have to say something relating to the comments, right?
For a long time, these were all super generic, just like thank you or sorry. But at some point a couple months ago, they updated these to be way more specific with
I don't think I've seen that. For me, they're still very simple.
AI that's trying to use context to understand what's happening, but is almost always wrong. Thank you so much for saying piss and wobble within 10 seconds of each other. You're welcome. I'm just trying to spread awareness. Awesome sauce. It's literally just sauce. This is a great Christmas present to get on my feed today. Happy holidays, or sorry, happy birthday. If you're wondering why they didn't just say
Okay, this is definitely broken.
Merry Christmas, it's because according to them, Christmas is not a real holiday. I went to the casino a couple times in my early 20s, pulled $200 out and lost it over the course of an hour or two. Oh, sorry to hear that. That is awesome. What I find so fascinating about these is that they're specifically trying to suggest things they think I would say. They try to answer questions on my behalf, but they don't know anything about me, so they have to just make shit up. Wonderful video. My dad would always say, never gamble more than what you want to lose. Very simple way of thinking of it. Hope it helps someone. That's a good one. I don't have a dad. I wish I could.
I don't have a dad. That's an answer. It does seem kind of broken, but at the same time, I feel like eventually this might, you know, be too accurate and a lot of people would be using it, yeah. Actually, I can imagine that at some point, for like big channels, they'd have the option to like have the AI automatically reply to all the comments because, you know, big channel like this one and other one, they get like thousands of comments. So obviously they're not like replying or reading all of them. So I feel like at some point there'll literally be an option for like the AI to reply for you. I'm sure that's going to be a thing. And that sounds like terrible, but I'm sure it's going to be a thing.
Tell you something my dad used to always say, but I can't. Because apparently he doesn't exist. I send my mom your videos. She loves them. Hi, Mom.
My mom doesn't like my videos. And I don't have a dad.
And I also don't eat rice, and my
Okay, but like, that's insane. Like, it's not just trying to reply to the comments, it's also trying to, like, I don't make a joke or assume what your living situation is or something.
Shirt is dirty because I wore it to the game, and the road work ahead car, I've never seen it in real life, except for the time I was driving it in the Vine, but then I parked it on the side of the road and never looked at it again. It's so weird to read AI confidently invent personal experiences I have not had, but then also act confused about things I actually have done. I started my last video by telling a story about going on a cruise, and in response to someone commenting about that, YouTube wants me to say, I've never been on that cruise thing. So now I'm just gaslighting people. Imagine being a recovering gambling addict and every corner is just another temptation. There's no escape. I remember my first time trying that game. It was a quarter a pull, and I thought I was gonna make a fortune. I lost $5. Why are they making up stories?
Right, I was gonna say, like, you know, what could be interesting is like if the AI analyzes your videos, so it knows everything you've said in your videos and streams, and so then it, you know, like, for example, if a comment is about like, you know, do you like this video game? And the AI knows you've talked about this video game before, and it will make the pre-answer of like, yes, I do, I've said this and this. That would make sense, but here again, it's making stuff up, so what's the point? That seems like insane.
About my life. Why does AI just want everyone to lie to each other all the time? Such a good watch, and totally love the song. Been streaming it on Apple Music. Yeah, well, it's just a song I found on YouTube. Don't even know what it's called. They're talking about a song that I helped make. I know what it's called. It's called Cascade, and you can listen to it wherever you stream your music. Not many people realize this unless you live in a few states, but on Native American land, natives are allowed to run casinos. Yeah, I don't know much about that. Right. I'm just a dumb gamer. I'm so fucking stupid. Regulations are the reason cars are so big. Emissions regulations are far less strict for trucks, which incentivize car manufacturers to make bigger vehicles to get them classified as trucks to save money. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm a dumb car driver. Sorry, everyone. Gotta get home and play my game. This doesn't even touch on another nefarious tactic these sportsbooks use, limiting successful gambling. If you lose lose often. There's no end to the promotions and offer you'll receive. But I'm going to tap you right there. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a kid.
And I should not be driving this car.
What makes this feature especially useless is that like 70% of the suggestions are...
I have not seen that. I have not seen that one bit. I mean, I think right now it won't show up if I go to my YouTube studio because I've already answered all the comments. But like for me, it usually just says like the suggestion is just like, you know, thanks or something. Or like there's no suggestion, right? Like this is a new comment. But like there's not even like a option for a suggestion on this one. Yeah. But actually this one was like a suggestion. Like this guy said hey bro, and like the suggestion was A, so I just said A, basically. And that was it. Like there wasn't anything like more complicated. There we go. Like here's a good example. Like this one says, happy to see you enjoyed God Eyes, thank you for your reaction. And I have the option to say thank you too. Thanks again. No problem. There's like no craziness, I guess. Maybe it's because the comment is simple. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
just some variation of, I don't know, cool video, but that a lot like Bird's shirt. I don't know what that is. I fell asleep while watching this video. 10 out of 10, very relaxing. I don't even know what that means.
Maybe this is only for like bigger channels that they have such deep answers.
The Kizik shoes were awful when I bought a pair. One of the only times I've ever returned an item.
I don't even know how they're supposed to work.
Shoes? I don't even know how shoes are supposed to work.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Friday is, and I don't know what 13 is, and I don't know what a poll is, and I don't know what YouTube is.
It happens so often, I don't know if they're trying to speak for me or if they just don't know what's going on and felt compelled to tell me that. But it's funny because even if that was my genuine reaction to something, why would I need your help saying that? I'm so stupid that I can't even think of I don't know on my own. Good vid. I have nothing to add.
I mean, in a sense, again, like, it's just supposed to be saving you time. Like, if it was right, you know, on what you would say, yeah, rather than typing it, you can just click it, reply, done. The idea is to save you time, but I guess it's so broken that there's no point.
Okay, then why even say anything?
Hey, so sorry to butt in here. I just wanted to say, I have no idea what you guys are talking about, okay?
Some people do that, though.
We weren't talking to you.
It's just hard for me to give my input when I don't even know what's going on.
Sure, but we didn't really ask for your opinion.
Look, all I'm saying is next time you guys come crawling to me for advice, try cluing me in a bit first. I don't even know who you are. You covered this topic in such a compassionate and dignified way, and I feel like it'll really help a lot of young people who may be struggling or may not have realized the hole they're digging. You're a really good friend to your viewers.
I don't even know what that means, but it makes me feel good, so thank you. Tarzan.
Also, always remember that the YouTuber is not your friend.
It's good seeing you around. Who? Who the fuck is this Drew guy? Who's got like every YouTube essayist that I watch in one video. I don't even know who these people are, to be honest. My friends? I don't know who my friends are?
That would have been an insane video to make if I didn't know those people.
Oh wait, this is weird. Someone said good video and the AI wants me to say, I don't know what that means. I'm only programmed to tell you about today's sponsors.
Pretty accurate to some YouTuber, yeah. Like, always a segue to the sponsor.
SoFi?
Okay, I guess I'm gonna do an ad read now.
Hi, I'm Trapped in the Void, and I'm here to tell you about today's sponsor, SoFi. Look, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. SoFi is the ultimate finance app helping you bank, borrow, and invest. And I gotta find a way to get out of this void. Why do I love SoFi checking and savings? Because I can earn up to 4% APY on my savings with direct deposit, which is 9 times the national average savings rate. Why do I love the void? I don't. I hate it. Your typical savings account with direct deposit at your local bank earns you just 0.43% in interest, according to the FDIC National Savings Average. But with my SoFi High Yield Savings account, in just 6 weeks with direct deposit, the money sitting in my savings account can earn more than it would in 1 year in a big bank savings account. With SoFi Checking and Savings, you get paid up to 2 days early, you pay no account fees, and you can cash in on up to $300 when you sign up with direct deposit. So click the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to get started. Thank you to SoFi for sponsoring this video. Hey, I made it out of the void. Kind of cramped in here though with all these words.
That ad read was genius. Amazing content.
I know, I'm reacting to a video. I shouldn't complain about the sponsor. You know, it's just the culture these days. Like, you know, everybody's agreed that every YouTube sponsor is terrible, right? No, but obviously my man needs to get paid, so good for him.
Thank you so much for the entertainment. I hate that ad. I hate that ad that I did. Maybe the AI just thinks I'm stupid because it's stupid too. This person says, I'm a bit north of Florida. I live right next to Florida. Got it. Okay. So you're in Florida? Come on, man. They gave you 2 chances to figure it out and you still couldn't do it. And if I'm not being the dumbest person who's ever lived, I'm instead replying to compliments with things like, yeah, I know. Good vid. Yeah, it was hilarious. I'm funny as fuck. Such an important and relevant video. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's a big deal. Thank you for this video. Yeah, I know it's a big deal. Glad you made this video. We needed it. You're telling me, man.
They probably
How do we get me to make more
videos like this?
It's really funny that they want me to be both a massive narcissist and a complete moron. Not that that's an impossible or even rare combination to pull off, but you're not doing me any favors by bestowing it upon me. And if that wasn't bad enough, some of these suggestions are just so mean for no reason. Kurt's dad's review getting Drew to buy the pool table and outdoor net is a lovely little crossover. I've never even watched that guy's videos. Why would I listen to him? I got this one for my cat from Amazon. I know that the segment about replacing Mr. Rogers and teaching children good values was a bit, but honestly, I started watching your videos like 7 years at the age of 9. I'm about to turn 17 now, and I can say with confidence that your videos probably helped not only shape my humor, but my values as well. Obviously, your videos weren't the only thing teaching me morals, but I think they played a big part in my thoughts and opinions. I know it was a bit.
A bit?
Dumbass. Drew, please make these videos again. I love your commentary.
I don't know what you're talking about. But it's weird that you're watching my videos. Get the hell out of here, man.
Oh my God.
Okay, it had to be like just like this feature of YouTube, like AI answer was like broken for like a few weeks or something. Like, yeah, they removed it. This wasn't.
This one they didn't even try. They just said, that's a really long comment. I don't really care. What, even the AI couldn't be bothered to read all that? That's its only job. If you wanted someone to read 1/8 of a comment and then give up on it because they got bored, I'm perfectly capable of doing that myself. This person commented, great video on my video, AI is ruining the internet. And that's always good to hear. But here's how YouTube thinks I should respond to this comment. I can either say, I know, right? Can you believe how good I am at YouTube? Or I can say, you know what else is ruining the internet? Which is honestly insane. Like, am I implying that this person is ruining the internet? That's how you want me to respond to a compliment? Not only is this a ridiculous suggestion, but I think I might have accidentally revealed how their comment algorithm works. Remember when people figured out that Google's search AI was sourcing a lot of its information from random Reddit threads? Well, they must also be doing that for this comment feature because—
I did not know that, which is interesting because like a lot of people for like, I don't know, like years and years, I mean, 7, 8 years or something, like whenever I search something on Google, I always finish by Reddit, right? Like I never go to random website anymore because they're always trash, right? And on Reddit, you're more likely to find your answer. But I guess, or I guess maybe they mean like when you search something on, like you ask a question on Google, right? At the top, it will like give you an answer directly, not really a website. So I guess that answer comes from Reddit. Interesting.
You know what else is ruining the internet is a word-for-word title from a Reddit post about my video. Only in this context, the implication is that people who leech off of the work of others by posting low-effort reaction videos are ruining the internet. And in this context, one of—
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Well,
my own viewers is ruining the internet by enjoying my video. Thanks for the suggestion, AI. Also, I wonder if a lot—
Am I enjoying the video? Am I reading the video? Obviously, it's talking about like the big channel, right? Like that's how it is. You know, my reactions probably get like 50 views or something. So, you know, it's not really the same thing, right? Like usually when people, you know, say that they don't like the reaction to their videos is when it's like XQC, Mongold or whatever, who like their reaction gets more view than the original or something. I can get that's annoying. Obviously, for me, usually, you know, my reaction get like 50 views, 100 views, so I don't know if it means, you know, things are great, but I don't know. I don't know if I had a lot of interesting stuff to the video, but, you know, I tried to say interesting things and say my opinions, so I don't know if my reaction are terrible or not. You tell me.
A lot of these suggestions are mean because they're using transcripts of my videos to train the bot. And maybe because I tend to be angry when I rant about certain things, they've transferred that energy towards my viewers, which is hilarious. Like, just because I complained about how shitty modern cars are doesn't mean I also want to yell at everybody who says something nice to me. Sometimes the AI will overcompensate for all of the anger and narcissism by instead going way too far in the other direction and making it sound like I hate myself. Good video. Is it a good video? Or are you just saying that? Thank you for making this video. It's really good. No.
Yeah, maybe he's right. Like, I guess I don't know this channel, right? First video I watch, but maybe he's always doing like criticism video like this or something. And we see he's doing a lot of skits where he's acting, you know, like he's talking harshly or something. So maybe that's the point, yeah. Like the AI took that as his real personality, and so it's trying to reply like his bit personality would reply or something. That might be what it is, yeah. That's interesting.
Not sure why you would think that. This is the worst video I've ever made.
I hope more people see this. Good work as always, Drew.
No, this is my worst video yet. I can't even remember what the hell I was thinking when I made this video. I don't even know why I'm still on YouTube anymore.
This person says, Jesus loves you. And the AI
most happy YouTuber
says, not much. No, Jesus could never love a guy like me. I know his whole thing is like he loves everybody or whatever, but for me, it's just the bare minimum amount.
Wow, thanks YouTube algorithm. It's just a video of me talking about a phone I don't even own. It's not that deep. First of all, relax.
What
all
the
right?
fuck?
You don't have to take everything so personally. Second of all, this isn't a video of me talking about a phone. It's a poll I posted 7 years ago. Or sorry, 3 years ago? Oh, no, actually 2 days ago. But it was supposed to come out 10 years ago. Or, never mind, it was 7 years ago, back when I was still a child. And you may think 2017 was 7 years ago, but that's not the year that came to mind to me, because as we all know, it's 2023.
What would we do without this technology? All right, the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video.
I mean, it's just the growing pains of, you know, like it's terrible right now, but eventually this will work, right? And even though it sounds terrible, you know, that like YouTuber will use AI to reply to comments, this is definitely where we're going, right? I mean, I don't think anyone doubt that, you know? So like, we're just seeing like the terrible version of it right now, you know? Like, it's like, I don't know, cars, right? Like the cars of the late, you know, like before World War I and all that were kind of goofy and terrible. But then as time passed, they got better, right? But people at first had to use the terrible cars to get to the good one or something. That's just how it goes. And we see again, I'm not saying that this is going to be good, like this kind of feature, but it's kind of like inevitable, right? Like right now it may suck, but eventually it's going to work perfectly at like knowing the YouTuber's personality and replying perfectly, even maybe automatically, to comments. I'm sure there's going to be like a feature you can set up. I'm sure.
Video isn't something that's happening by YouTube, but just something I'm seeing more and more of on YouTube. These AI generated trailers to movies that do not exist.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I often see that when like YouTube search is absolutely terrible, right? Sometimes I search for like a specific video type, you know. For example, I really like reaction. If that wasn't obvious, I really like reaction to history videos. There's a channel called Sabaton History. Sabaton is a metal band about history, and Sabaton History is like what they tell the story of the song. And I like seeing reaction to that. So if I search Sabaton History reaction, you know, first, I mean, YouTube is absolutely terrible at giving you stuff with the exact words in your search, right? I wish there was an option to like only show results that have all the word in your search or something, right? That would already like save you so much time of scrolling through bullshit. But I guess they don't want that. They want you to see their recommended video and add stuff and all that. But yeah, so, you know, I would search that. And then, you know, you're literally like in the field of recommendation, there is some Sabaton reaction, Sabaton history reaction. But there's also like a ton of videos that are unrelated more often than not. Like it's pretty insane. Another channel is Epic History that I watch. And same thing if I search like Epic History reaction and I start by like this week, you know, and there's no reaction this week, it's not just gonna be like telling me like no videos, it's going to recommend me like a ton of bullshit videos that have nothing to do with it, right? And some of this stuff is what I see pretty often, yeah, like epic trailer or something like that. And it does seem to be like just like fake movie trailers or something. I mean, YouTube has been trash forever, but like it's worse than ever, yeah. Like I absolutely hate searching on YouTube again. I wish there was like a simple option that you could just say like, you know, I want the result of my search to have all of this word in the titles or just not be in the result, right? Like that would be so freaking useful. It would make me save so much time from like having to scroll to see if I'm missing the video. And the worst thing sometimes is like when you do a search like that, the video I actually want to watch with the right words in the title is going to be like super down in the list rather than like at the top. and over it will be ton of stuff that have nothing to do with what I searched. Terrible. Trash.
And hopefully never will. Interstellar 2, Resident Evil 4, Skyrim.
The Dragonborn, born with the power to command
Fucking
the
voice
of the dragon.
I think I'll be watching that one in theaters. Some people see these and get excited. Some people see them and get pissed. What the hell did I just watch? It's crazy how popular some of these have gotten. This Titanic 2 trailer has 8 million views. I'll give him a little bit of credit. It is kind of funny. The idea that not only did Jack actually survive the crash, but he and Rose meet back up and decide.
Like the only good thing I've seen is like AI parody trailers for something like Harry Potter, and you know, the gun, like Harry Potter had like the Magnum or something, you know, some kind of like stupid parody stuff like that where AI is doing most of the lifting. I think those are like kind of fine, but those kind of fake movie trailers seem kind of insane.
To go on another Titanic.
What's stopping us?
You're serious.
Well, here we go again to find answers. I'm pretty sure we already know how the boat sank. Iceberg. Home Alone 3, Kevin's Revenge will blow your mind. Does he even need revenge? Didn't he practically kill everyone already in the first two? Unless, of course, he's getting revenge on his parents for leaving him alone in the first place. Now, I would understand. Also, he's a grown man now. He can be home alone. That's not some dire situation. I do that all the time, and I almost never have to defend my home from bandits. You got Transformers 8, where Dwayne Johnson appears to be a Transformer. Do you think he transforms into a giant fighting robot, or is he like a regular guy that transforms into The Rock? Wait a second. There are no Transformers 6 and 7 live-action movie.
It's very like, yeah, like, you know, no one is surprised that YouTube is not going to stop it, but, you know, some of the other sites I use, like site for like anime art or something, have actually introduced basically like a ban on AI stuff, you know, or they've made like a separate category or website, you know, for AI art, so that, you know, their main site is still like mostly normal, right? And I wish there was such an option on YouTube, or like, you know, a filter, you know. For example, like if you go to Pixiv, right, like the most well-known, you know, art website, there's literally like an option for like, you know, filtering out AI. Now it's far from perfect because people are terrible at tagging things on Pixiv, so there'll be a lot of AI art still showing because people didn't tag it. But even then, it would already be pretty useful, you know. Actually, we need AI to detect if a video is AI or an image is AI, and then you filter it because the AI found it for you. That would make sense. Yeah. I mean, again, yeah. I don't know if people have made extension, but, you know, if you could just filter it out, seriously.
I'm confused. iRobot 2 will blow your mind. Because the robots have boobs now. Actually, kind of seems like AI cleavage in the thumbnail is sort of the meta. What if character people like, but...
That's another thing I see a lot, like orny thumbnail with AI, but it doesn't really look good. That's something I see a lot. Yeah, I mean, people will click, you know, people are horny. It's not surprising. Yeah. Yeah. What blows the mind is always the views, right? Like, is the views AI too? Is the question. Like, was it bots? Did 400,000 people actually click on this?
But with big boobs. And if you thought a bunch of dudes wouldn't be weirdly turned on by this, you were wrong. AI girls are something else. You know, I think this misguided horny person might have accidentally described them perfectly. Because they're not human, and they're not even really animated women. They're kind of just something else. Now, people getting tricked by fake movie trailers.
I mean, it just looks like they have too much plastic surgery, so not that far from reality. I mean, it's one of the things where, like, yeah, I mean, I get it. You know, horniness does not discriminate, you know. But I still feel like we haven't gotten to a point where it's really, like, that good. And yet people are still already so horny about AI stuff. I mean, I don't know. This looks uncanny. And it looks very plastic surgery-like, I guess. I mean, look at the shininess and everything. I don't know. Oh, Edouard Kumalou, what's up?
Women. They're kind of just something else. Now, people getting tricked by fake movie trailers is not a new phenomenon. This has been happening for years. And I'll hand it to some of the people who've edited these. They can be pretty convincing. It takes a lot of time to stitch together a bunch of scenes from different movies and combine them all in a somewhat seamless way. I think what really blows my mind, though, is how unedited a lot of these AI trailers are. How many of them are just lifeless montages of all the characters being introduced one by one.
I'm Count Dracula, the proud owner.
But again, I think the point is that it doesn't matter, right? Like, the content of the video doesn't matter. It's the clickbait of it, right? Like, it's some dude in his basement who just said to his AI to make a fake trailer, and then they just posted that, and then they get like hundreds of thousands of views of it. I mean, what's actually in the video doesn't matter, right? It does not need to be good.
Of Hotel Transylvania. This is my darling daughter, Mavis.
Over here is Mr. Potato Head.
And you can't forget about Stewie, my baby boy.
Let's not forget about Butters.
Have you ever seen a movie trailer like this? And
Everybody
if you
loves
did,
Butters.
would you want to watch that movie? My name is Tyler, and this is my Fight Club. Yeah, we may seem a little rough around the edges, but if you take the time to get to know us, you'll find we have hearts of gold. I love this Toy Story one that has Margot Robbie as Barbie.
She's not just a pretty face, no sir.
And Ryan Gosling as Ken. But instead of using any of the already existing footage of them as those characters, they made this. And I'm really sorry for making it look at that, but I had to pass the curse on to someone else. It was too much to bear on my own. Visually, these are hideous to look at. The scripts are so boring, they sound like a 5-year-old wrote them.
You might know me as the boy who lived, but trust me, I'm just Harry.
A lot of the sentences seem to just end in the middle.
Narcissa Malfoy. Where do I even begin? She's a member of one of the most influential wizarding families,
Looks like
the
that
Malfoys. We've also got Draco Malfoy.
Where do I even begin? Well, she has a family. And Draco's crazy, too. This next one is also exactly the same. Star Wars Modern, which answers the question, what if they were still making Star Wars content? I can't even imagine what that would be like. I love this part about a minute in where the music has been slowly crescendoing as they show actor after actor, and right when it reaches its peak, this happens. They just continue showing names. This whole video is pretty much just 6 straight minutes of what if every celebrity was in this movie? And the comments are all like, you nailed it, man. Disney could learn a thing or two from.
I mean, I guess I've been, you know, like with times, the news, the world, I've been becoming like less and less, you know, looking less and less kindly on people. You know, I used to always try to give the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that. So, like, is this not bots? Is this real people? The studio should hire this guy who makes this to cast actors, actress, because he knows what works. I guess it's a real person. I mean, yeah, I should accept people are stupider than you might ever think sometime.
From you. Look, I certainly don't think Disney has done a good job with Star Wars. In fact, they've almost completely botched it. But do you think the only reason they don't cast all of the most famous people in the world to be in their movies is just because no one thought to do that?
I mean, again, to some people, like, this would literally be their favorite movie ever, right? So, even though it feels like it's something that's been kind of done, right? Like ultra big celebrity movies where there's a ton of them, like Expendables, which was like all the big action heroes like Schwarzenegger, Stallone, so there was Jet Li, you know, there was a lot of like the big names, right? And it was some kind of like super crossover movie. Like people eat that shit up, right? So, you know, like a lot of people would watch some kind of like movie in a franchise they like, where it's literally just like the biggest celebrity name because that's people they know. So, you know, seeing them makes them happy. Like they don't actually care about like, you know, logical casting or casting that makes sense or something, or thinking about budget. Like some people, yeah, this actually seems like the best thing ever to them. You know, I guess it's fair, you know, I mean, yeah, to each their own, I guess.
This movie would cost $4 billion to make. Also, superior storytelling. What story?
That's why I said, sorry to put so often, that's why I said, like, as soon as you can, AI gets to the point where, like, it can make you a movie, it can make you a video, it can make you, like, a video game to play from what you're asking, what you want. I mean, things are going to be very different in the artistic landscape, you know, and I don't even think, you know, it's going to take that long. Like within 10 to 20 years, that's probably going to be a feature, right? Like you tell your AI that, you know, I like this movie, these actors, and I want you to make me a movie with all that or something, like a lot of people are gonna do it, right? Like, think, as sad as it is to say, a lot of people don't actually care about, how it's made, whether there's an actual real person behind it, what were the intention, like, they would just want what the AI would give them from what they asked for, right? So this is where it's going, in my opinion. Yeah.
Whole video was just a bunch of people standing still. You think that's a better story than what they're doing on Disney Plus? Actually, no, you're probably right about that. If Kenobi was just Ewan McGregor slowly rotating in front of the camera, now that would have been a good show. When I watch stuff like this and read the comments, I feel like I just don't understand anything anymore. I can't fathom how someone can watch a video that's just a vague collage of unrelated images with no plot, no through line, no anything, and be like, Hollywood's done for. Who needs real movies when I could just watch this all day? Guys, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to think some people might be stupid. Sorry, that's not fair to say.
I always thought, like, at least, half of the world is stupid. Not that I'd consider myself, like, super smart, right? But I feel like with recent time, it's like, I'm starting feeling like, am I a narcissist for thinking that? But I keep thinking more and more, right? Like, maybe it's 60%, maybe it's 70%, maybe it's 80%. Like, the more time passes, the less kindly I can look at humanity or something. That's kind of an edgy thing to say, but you know what I mean, right? I don't know. Maybe it's paying too much attention to the cycle of news and all the dumb stuff happening and being done and the madness and watching videos like this.
I think some people might be stupid. I know that a lot of people are stupid because this next video I'm about to show you has almost 30 million views. It's called No One Could Hold Back.
I saw this. Well, I saw this. I didn't watch the video, but I think I saw some of the video talking about this one. And yeah, this kind of AI thumbnail is so trash.
Here's Boy Shakes Up Got Talent 2024 with song to his mother lost in a boat, AGT.
My mom passed away when we were crossing the river in a boat. She was my best friend. This song is for her.
I didn't realize the video was like this. Sure. Sure. You can suggest as many videos as you want.
They also did a few of these with Jesus.
Hello, my name is Jesus Christ.
Whoa, cool voice. People will eat it up, I mean.
So there are people on this earth who watch this video and think, how beautiful is that? Barbara, did you hear? Jesus himself took a trip down from heaven to appear as a contestant on the television show America's Got Talent.
Okay, I'm gonna say they probably don't actually believe it's Jesus. They probably think it is obviously like a cosplay or like, or something, but it doesn't matter to them. They still think it's beautiful. I mean, on one side of thing, I want to say, like, this is all stupid, disgusting, terrible. On the other side of thing, I want to say, like, if people are genuinely happy watching it, good for them. I don't know. Like, in the end, if I can find a little bit of good left in me, that's what I can say, right? Like, if watching these things that seem so terrible to some of us is making them actually happy, well, good for them. That's it.
Where he sang a song for 32 minutes. I really want to believe that in spite of corporations doing everything they can to circumvent artists and shove generative AI down our throats, that we as a human race would all band together to reject it because we're smarter than that. But then I see something like this and I'm like, are we smarter than that? Something happened earlier this month that I'm honestly still kind of shocked by. There's a YouTube channel called JCS Criminal Psychology.
I saw this. I used to watch this channel. I mean, talk about a channel that I used to watch a lot of reaction to. Good channel. They do a lot of, they used to do a lot of videos on like, murder case and recapping the case, but also showing like the interrogation and all the technique and stuff like that the cops use. Well, it's probably going to recap it, but I'll say it anyway. And so yeah, I think recently he came back after a while, and I believe they replaced. I think they replaced the narrator with like AI voice, and the script also felt kind of AI or something. Which was sad because again, they used to make like really great researched, in-depth, crazy edited video with a cool narrator. So it was kind of sad. It's funny because after like this recent drama, I saw a bunch of channels I follow, like Epic Story TV, making some statement how, you know, they plan to never use AI. They're gonna keep using their human writer, human researcher, human writer, human editor, and all that. Like a bunch of channels coming out to say they have no intention to use AI. Yeah.
Chances are you've watched at least one video of, even if you don't know them by name. They make these videos where they break down criminal interrogations and provide insight into what's going on, some of which have gotten tens of millions of views. And I've always...
And it kind of spawned like a lot of channels doing that too, yeah. I don't know if GCS was the first one, but a lot of channels started doing it after a while.
Thought very highly of this channel. Not only do they make high quality videos that pioneered an entire genre on YouTube, but they've always been very deliberate about what they upload. I mean, they've only posted 21 videos in 5 years, where so many YouTubers would have milked that formula dry, and a lot of their copycats have. Right. JCS seem to have the quality over quantity mindset, and I've always respected that. So imagine my surprise when earlier this month, after a 1.5 year long hiatus, JCS comes back with a video that immediately feels off. There's these weird animations they've never done before. The style of humor seems different, but most glaringly, there's something wrong with the narrator's voice.
Unlucky Josh. Wrong answer. You just told on yourself in your own made-up story, and you're going to jail no matter what.
Why does he sound like that? I mean, it's the same.
This is the like YouTube short AI voice, right? Like the second I hear this tone, I just skip. I hate it. I hate it.
Voice, but it doesn't sound like a person. It sounds like AI. Sure enough, it is. And everyone fucking hated it. It's unwatchable. Turns out snarky quips don't work when the computer-generated narration is incapable of conveying snark. The best part is 43 minutes into the video where the voice changes to a completely different one.
The other narrator will now be taking you through the second phase of his interrogation.
Just imagine being Josh right now. One moment you're in dreamland and the next you're jolted back into interrogation.
Like you'd think for such a big channel, if they actually decide to use AI, they're gonna use like way more realistic voice bank or something. I'm talking like it's Vocaloid. But no, they're using like practically Google like translate voice.
Interrogation room reality.
I guess his free trial ran out. I sat there in awe when I first saw this. I could not believe what I was seeing. This channel had about as high of an approval rating as you could have on YouTube, and just threw out years worth of goodwill so they could save a few $100 on narration, maybe.
But actually, I think they actually did have some problem, right? Like the reason they didn't post that much is that all of their videos were getting like in trouble with YouTube. So I think at some point they were only posting new videos on Patreon and not even posting them to YouTube anymore or something. So I'm guessing they lost most of the audience because people are most of the audience will watch on YouTube only, right? So maybe that's what led to this, right? Like they lost most of their audience, but they want to post on YouTube again. But also they don't want to put in the effort because it's going to get demonetized or whatever. So maybe that's what led to this. Maybe that's the train of thoughts.
He thought it wasn't that big of a deal because there's already so much AI slop on YouTube.
Bumbling through brush, my botanical escapade continues. Snagged on leaves, but hey, more crafting supplies. Jackpot.
Including in the true crime space. I mean, there's videos with hundreds.
Is that an AI person doing like a let's play of Minecraft? What?
Hey, more crafting supplies. Jackpot.
Including in the true crime space. I mean, there's videos with hundreds of thousands of views that aren't just narrated by AI and written by AI and filled with AI generated visuals, but the stories themselves aren't even fucking real. Secret affair between cheerleader and the coach ends in brutal murder. True crime documentary.
Beginning in the fall of 2013 at Brookhaven High School, Nathan Ellis, a new basketball coach at Brookhaven High School. She was the star cheerleader of Brookhaven High School.
Even though this is fiction, it's a scenario that could easily play out in real life. Okay, then don't call it true crime. Call it what it really is. False crime. This is so fucking weird and gross that we're so obsessed with hearing about gruesome murder cases that we need a computer to make up new ones because we can't get enough. It already feels like a lot of these stories get trivialized because of the way people treat them like casual entertainment rather than something terrible that actually happened to a real person. So fuck it, I guess. Might as well have ChatGPT write the whole thing.
Rumors started circulating that Sergio Vega had been murdered.
Wonderful. The script is just so good, and the voiceover sounds very interesting.
But without a doubt, the most upsetting development on YouTube happened to my favorite channel, Talent's #1. This guy used to make the sickest videos. He would edit himself into America's Got Talent, and he'd have the whole audience freaking out as all these green screened video assets played on stage.
Okay.
It was the best thing I've ever seen. Now it's just a bunch of creepy AI nightmare fuel. audience is booing, and he edited that himself. It's times like these where it's important to remind myself that there's a whole world outside the internet. And sometimes all you have to do to get away from the craziness is log out. Step out.
Okay, but AI is already seeping quite a bit into real life as well. I mean, the internet is obviously, you know, the epicenter of the epidemic, but it's already leaking quite a bit outside.
Outside, get some food. Ugh, I'm so hungry. Let's see what's on Uber Eats. Looks really good. God, I just hope this restaurant isn't a big windowless gray building. It is!
I love living in the future. Happy New Year, everyone.
If you like this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe because that is the only way you can appreciate me for my work. It actually took me time to come up with this content and make it for you guys, so I would appreciate it if I get some love.
I'm surprised he didn't say like donate. Like I'm surprised he said subscribing is the only way to appreciate. Usually they would say like, you know, donate or something. That's the only way to appreciate my work or something, yeah. Okay, really good video. First time I ever watched a video from this guy, and did I yap too much? I feel like I yapped twice as long as the video. My bad. But again, pretty interesting topic, and I guess like everybody else, you know, like I'm living through this nightmare of, you know, feeling very mixed about AI. Like I'm still looking forward to some of it and what it can do and what it will do. But it's already been such a pain of making so much of the site I like worse. And, you know, they were already worse without AI. Like, all of the sites have been getting worse, right? The unshitification of the internet. But even then, like, it's only been, like, it's gotten twice as bad or something, you know? That's kind of the evolution of it. Okay, well, that was a good video. I mean, there was some stuff here that I knew, and some stuff I didn't. And, yeah, I'm sure like in 3 months you can make another video like this, and there's already like so much more AI madness that happened. Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Again, it's just been unfun to try to browse the internet with all the AI bullshit. And especially YouTube, I mean, you know, like you didn't need AI bullshit to make YouTube terrible. Like, you know, terrible videos and clickbait videos and all that has been a thing. You know, reaction video, right? The worst genre of YouTube have been a thing for a long time. Also, this is not loading, but yeah, it's just gotten twice as bad or something. And YouTube isn't even loading. Well, talking about YouTube being worse than ever. Here we go. Like, talking about YouTube being worse than ever. Okay, that was nice. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you're watching the video cut out,